Okay, let's do this thing. What page am I in? I'm in the locations tab. Okay, cool. That's fine and dandy. Actually, wait a second. Can I? Okay, nope, it's fine. We're good. I had to like double check my captions were happening, and they are. Or happening as they're intended. Okay. I have a new document here that's empty and blank and has nothing in it, and it's very stressful. But before we do that, let's just do the other thing. Added. Created the new document in Neo Cities Chronicles for Adventures Beyond the Door. Okay. Just because I did that, and I should put it down before I get deep into this. I don't think I did anything else. I just cross-linked a bunch of documents to one another, just so I can have them handy dandy. Look at my graph. It's like so many things are connected. Like, where's the? Is this it? No. Where is it? That's a great question. That's interesting. Where is it in my graph? Huh, that's so weird. There's a bunch of to-do lists that are like in that little like web over there. Where's the... Is this it? Actually, you know what I can do? I don't know why I'm doing it like this. Settings? No. Okay. Okay, there we go. Vault changelog. I guess because there isn't actually a changelog for that one. It just kind of exists in the main one. Huh. Go figure. Who knew? Or I guess I'm always editing the same docs so the notes don't update. Okay, anyway. So what we're doing today is I had the thought of maybe it would be easier, or maybe it would not be easier, maybe it would help me figure out what I needed to do if I was like running through playing the game. And so even though I have this guidebook which sort of like walks you through a lot of what's going to happen, it's not, my brain is like kind of like hard stopping, blocked, not moving forward past this point. So I just like, I took a break for a while to go play Honkai Star Rail. But now we're back at this. So let's start with the first introduction. Also the other thing, the summary and setup. Nope. Come on. Is I'm also playing, or I will be playing in a Girls by Moonlight game. I backed the backer kit or Kickstarter crowd. I backed the crowdfunding for that particular project, and I like looked at the book, but I hadn't looked at the places that it come with, and I hadn't realized that there's a Magic Girl the Mecha playset in that thing, which is kind of hilarious. And so I was like, oh, that's fascinating. Elements of the adventure. Not that's really gonna help me that much, but like I had like a thought about the page layout and the way things. I was also looking at I also have been looking at Fabula Ultima, the TTJRPG, just because that's also like a thing that I should like reference. So I'm gonna, I basically, I went back and did some research. Let's go with that statement. Let's just go with that. I went and did some research. So there's gonna be like a bunch of restructuring that's gonna happen in this. but not right this second. Or rather, it will happen. Before that, wait, before now, soon? I think that works. It may not work, but I'll just leave it like that for a second. Those are some written notes that I wrote down, that I'm going to be not transcribing because I didn't really write the best of notes, because my handwriting is shit. Keykeepers, magical girls, and their mecha companions. I can never spell companions right when I'm typing it. Companions are going on a journey into the unknown, into an unknown region called Beyond the Door, to take the fight with their enemies, the ones from before, off of Earth and their homeland, to the once from beyond's own turf. What did I write? Take unknown enemy once from before to their own sorry, let me repeat. Take the fight of their enemies, the ones from before, off of Earth and their homeland, to the ones from own turf, into the... Also, I'm going to change the name of this. Beyond... No, actually, I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it. I thought for a second I was going to change the title to, like, Into the Beyond, but then I'm like, no, maybe I won't. What's the next? This is a potentially one-way trip for all of the keykeepers for a multitude of reasons, as no one has been beyond the door prior to this expedition. I spelled expedition wrong, but that's okay, because Google will tell me how to fix, or spell check will fix it for me. Beyond the door. Okay. Wait, did I? Okay, I just had to throw a link somewhere. Introducing elements of the adventure. I'm also looking at I started writing for Neos but prior to this, for Magical Girls Mech Rising. I started writing an adventure like a while back. So I'm also looking at that notes that I have, but that's not a substantially long thing. But I had some thoughts about how to structure the adventure. I'm also gonna look at the ones that I did for Red Queen of Hedgeline. Because I think I like the way I had done that before. I just want to recreate that, but I need to figure out how this adventure is gonna go. You know? There's no one has gone beyond the door prior to this condition, and they are losing the home field advantage by traveling through the doors. through the door. What did I wrote? Multiple, for a multitude of reasons. For a multitude of reasons. This is a potentially one-way trip for a multitude of given the perils of the journey, perils inherent to the journey, including but not limited to the fact that no one has gone beyond it prior to six, and they are losing the whole. Yeah. That's the there's the sentence. Let's go to the setup, which I sort of wrote. Our illustrious group of key keepers have been selected. Have been either selected. By their not overlords, by their selected by certain criteria, by lottery, or even volunteered. Oops, I spelled volunteer wildly wrong, and also my ear itches. What the hell? Volunteer criteria. Nope, you can't figure out how I'm spelling volunteer. That's fair. That's valid. I think I spelled it in a while. There's like, yeah, this totally not the right letters. Have been volunteered. Our illustrious group of key keepers have been either selected via a set of criteria chosen by lottery, or even volunteered for this once in a lifetime / unprecedented I think that's right. Unprecedented expedition. I don't know why I said expedition. For this summary and setup. Let's see the other. Okay, so actually, let's just do it like that. The setup. Illustrious groups of key keepers have been selected via or chosen. I suppose chosen has an extra O in it. That's what's happening. By lottery or volunteer for this illustrious once in a lifetime mission. After finalizing the trip's roster, they set off in a special mecha ships similar to their own mecha companion, similar to their own a specialized mecha ship, similar to their own, in that it has its own it has its own conscious thoughts and feelings. This following trip they set off, and the ship includes the key keepers, representatives from the three magical key keeper organizations. I spelled organizations wrong. Organizations, and at an end and embedded reporter and an embedded reporter to document what goes on. Okay. What's going on? Oh, I got, okay. Sometimes I get notification pop-ups and I'm just like, agree and continue. Block, just block this person. I got like a notification for something and I was like, nope, AI person, trash. Into the block panel you go. Such an annoying pop-up. I've been dealing with the worst, what do you call it? Ko-Fi has been like overrun with bots lately and I don't know why. It's kind of obnoxious. So I get all these notifications and like they're clearly bots. And I don't understand what the point is, to be honest. What am I looking for? Set up adventure. References and touchstones. It's actually only 2 of them. Sailor Moon, Day of Destiny. Episodes 45 and 46. Voice of a distant star. Those are my 2 references for this entire adventure. How many? There are 5 of them? Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna move that here. Three. Yeah, that should be right. Oh, you're 2. Oh, I guess that's why it's doing that. Yeah, let's just do that. Okay, anyway, back, not messing around with, not before I get sucked into messing around with headings. Okay. Introduction, setup. Okay, that's as far as I got. Adventure flowchart. No, not copying the adventure flowchart. Elements of adventure. Actually, you know what? We're gonna change that. I'm gonna use what I wrote for this. Just because it makes more sense. Character advice. Oops. Locations. I'm just gonna steal this. 2, 3, 4. Because I want to. Actually, you know, I'm gonna move this. I lied. So that's 2, that's 3, that's 4. Yeah. Why is that? Did I write the same thing twice? Built into the not outside of the islands. Building it built into the islands and is the largest chain of islands into a with a mountain range against the... Why did I write that twice? Welcoming cities. Due to the island nature, the closer you get to the coast, the stronger the scent beach. However, the scent is... Okay, I'm just gonna fix that. That's weird. Oh, because they're supposed to be... This is... Okay, I know what I did. I see what I did. Found in the welcome... The city itself... Okay, I'm just gonna... I'm like doing something that you can't see, but I promise it'll make sense in 2 seconds. So, the city itself is building... Patching various... Okay, it built into the islands. Oops, paste. I will reread the sentence in a second to make sure that actually makes sense. Oops, nope, gotta go there. Okay, let's read the sentence. Built into a mountainside on an island, the Neo Cities lay in the largest on the largest of the chain of islands. There's a mountain range against its back with a large forest leading up to the mountains, with beaches at various sizes on almost all sides of the island. With a large mountain with the mountain range against its back and forest leading into it. The Neo Cities is a city of splendor and grandeur and a great place for opportunities. The city itself is a series of large buildings with no matching style amongst them. Rather, various styles rising and gaining prevalence over time, only to be replaced as new styles come into favor. A welcoming air is found across the cities as anyone who wants to can make their way here. Due to its island nature, the closer you get to the coast. Yeah, okay. There we go. That's how this paragraph is supposed to be. Now I've got to put that here. And then never forget that I wrote this. Okay, character advances, and then this is a 4, right? So then I have to do 2, 4. Nike, the wings of victory, 2, 3, 4. Victoria, the conquering mastery. Minerva, Menra, the memory of wisdom. Memory of wisdom. Because there are 3 guilds. I will describe your ship at a later date. Who's getting what? Independent, urban, and retro. Okay. Location. 3. Okay, I just like think about things. Magical keykeeper factions of the keykeeper factions, actually. Keykeeper factions. I don't think I ever figure it out. But I guess now is the time to do that. Magical Defense Agency. Oops. And then, because the players need to pick one. And I did actually add a new one. The Confederacy is new. Confederacy of Keykeepers. Okay. Did I ever actually define that? Let's go look at the adventure guide. let's see. No, I don't think I ever did. Um, hmm. Hmm. Did I? Nope. Characters? Nope. I don't see a note for a guidebook. Nope. Nope. Okay. So assuming that I haven't, let's assume that I haven't done this. And I'm gonna make a new note because that makes the most amount of sense. That makes the most amount of sense because this is something that is universal across. Where did I put it? Where did it go? Oh, okay, it went here. I'll put it in characters. That makes the most sense. The Confederacy, and I guess I'll have to figure out how I want to describe each of them, because I think I knew this for new note. I think I knew this for Magical Mecha Rising. No? I feel like I did. I feel like I'm lying to myself. Hold on a second. Let's just go look. Let's go look in every document that has this word, has this sentence in it. See, I did do something. What is this? About the makings. Am I gonna have to do a bunch of weird back tagging? Probably. Gross. What are you doing, Jack? Jack, what are you doing? Like, I have, like, serious questions about your, like, life choice here. I'm gonna shove you off my desk again if you knock something else over. It's bad enough. Like, you're like an actual menace. Okay, let's see. I just like did a bunch of weird things that make no sense. But I do need to steal this. So I just remember that it has information that I care about in it. What are you doing? Sorry, I'm like talking to Jack. He's like climbed up on my desk. And like he's like chewing on something. I just have no idea what it is. Cause he's like a menace. I love him, but he's a menace. No, it's not. It wouldn't be there. Oops! Don't do that. Okay. Magical Defense Agency. Oops! No, Magical Defense Agency. Independent. Okay. So I'm gonna have to figure out like what I wrote as the notes about how they are as groups, because that'll solve a lot of my mystery. Okay, it was created Wait, there it is. Was created. Some older didn't trust the government, had the best intentions at heart. They wanted to have their own overseeing body and control. Okay. The independent. Okay. The Independent Cooperative of Magical People was created. Blah blah blah. Okay, and then magical. Is the government's response. Okay, so that's just answering that question. The Magical Defense Agency is an international effort formed when key keepers were first discovered to manage and organize them into a single entity under the same banner. They are generally speaking. However, let's see. I'm like mumbling words under my breath. Single under the same banner. Okay, so then I need to just figure that out. And the Confederacy of Keykeepers definition. Define. Ah. The Confederacy. Okay. The Confeder of. I spelled. Why is it something I'm spelling that wrong? Confederacy of Keykeepers was formed in response to the belief. Formed with the belief that key keepers are only beholden to their Mecha companions, and not each other or government agencies. They are only loosely associated with one another. They're only, yeah, okay. Okay. They're only loosely associated with one another and generally believe keykeepers only job is to defeat the one from before at any cost. Okay, there we go. There we go. Anyway, we're back to this other document because now that I've wrote that in there, I can now just link to it. Ha 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 ha. And if I have to add things to it, I will. Good job, me. Continuing on. What do I have next in this? Mission hook. Mission guideline and objectives. The mission guidelines and it's supposed to be the. Okay. Each key keeper organization station also have their own independent from the overarching mission goals. There we go. There we go. Each organization has their own. I spelled independent wildly wrong. Independent. From the overarching mission to defeat the ones from before. Each keeper has their own independent mission, independent goal for this journey, separate from overarching mission to defeat the ones from before. Players, key keepers who are key keepers who belong to key keepers. Oh, my brain is freaking out. What's the word that I'm thinking for? Key keepers who belong to key keepers should try to advance their faction's mission whenever possible. Viable. Whenever viable. They have three. I know what the Magical Defense Agency defeat the ones from before and eliminate the ability for them to travel back to Earth. Objective. Collect data and information about the ones from before ability, fighting capabilities, and dimension travel? Dimension travel. I think that's gonna be separate. Collect data and information to allow the Magical Defense Agency to utilize the same dimension travel that key keeper that once from before used to invade Earth. Okay, I will figure out. Oh, parallel. Each key keeper or each key keeper organization has its own independent but parallel goal for this journey. There we go. I figured it out. I was like, I can spell this word. Oh, I spelled victory. It's supposed to be Victor. Wings of Victory. I guess I'll fix that, because it'll drive me crazy if I don't. One of 3 ships. One of the 3 mecha ships that the key keepers can use to traverse beyond the door. I meant to think about traverse beyond the door. I have to give them personalities and whatnot. I should probably just make them their own sheet, but I don't want to do that because they only exist here. I don't think I'm gonna have them other places. Where's my water? Where's my cat? He stopped trying to get up on my table, and now I don't know where he went. And that's always also equally suspicious. Sorry, I'm like drinking water. taking a moment to have some water. It's funny how, like, little water I used to drink, and it's suddenly, like, everyone was drinking water. I have no idea what's happening on the internet. Whenever I drink water, I, like, somehow manage to also open Twitter at the same time. Oh yeah, that's today. Sorry. Good old Digimon. I didn't realize it was Digimon Day. That's fair. I didn't realize it was Digimon Day. I love how captions cannot figure out Digimon. Oh no, it got it that time. Let's see. Okay, let's keep going. Jack, what do you want? What is it that you want? Tell me, so I can move on with my life. Am I gonna keep the character advancement? Let me think about this. Ow. Oh. Let me think. Let me just do that. That's working. I'm like messing around with my clothes. Don't worry about it. Okay. Continuing in this. So, I'm writing this as if we're running a game. Did I link that up there? Yes, okay. Jack, why are you on my table? Again, what are you doing up here? What do you want? You have food in your bowl and you have water. I'm not gonna give you treats. Are you just licking my stuff? Do you just want to be up here with me? Is that what's happening? Do you just want to be up on the table? Do you just want to feel tall? It's so funny, so you can't see. Ah! Okay, we're just gonna move the things that you can knock over into a smaller pile so they're less likely to get knocked over. How about that? And you'll have more space to be a menace. Are you happy now? I've given you more space. You can't see him, but trust me, he has more space now than he did 2 seconds ago. And there's less stuff for him to knock over. Ah! Except now I'm knocking things over. Whee! Okay, let's see. So, if we're running an adventure, you've now kind of happening. I need to go. Actually, where is? I know what I need. Where is the? Master document? No. Guidebook? Guidebook. Nope, actually undo that. Open it in a new tab. Is what I want. Preface, game setting, tone, themes, story, safety tools. Also get rid of all these weird extra spaces. After paragraphs, don't know, oops. Don't know how that happened. Don't know how that happened. System structure, terms and what they mean, basic rules, rules for fighting, rules for interpersonal relationships, organizing a game, event. Okay, so this isn't the document that I thought it was. Is it this one? Is it this one? Did I do this right? I'm like so confused. Sometimes doing things in Magic Girls and Mecha Guidebook. Magic Girls and Mecha Guide. Okay, so there are two of them. And then actually I want to steal this and link it to this. Okay. Let's continue on. Okay, so in gameplay settings, tone, themes, player, game components. No, none of these things. Terms and what they mean, safety tools, system structure, how does time and no, what is, how do character journals work? No. The narrator, commands are created. The narrator key keepers and their combined creatures create the story for Neo City Chronicles. However, we interact with each other in the world going by set of rules and dice. The game puts narrator choices first above dice roll. However, it's designed so that telling the most interesting story is the priority over randomized what the randomized dice roll does. Yes, that's fine. Together, key keepers determine the premise. Yeah, that's fine. Core system. Yeah, that's still not what I'm looking for. 3 to 5 player. It can play with as few as 2 players. Actually, with as few as 3 players. I don't know why I said 2 there. Clearly, this is 3 to 5. It's played best with. Oh, I know why. Cause I wrote that. She was 3. This game uses. This game is set on a hexagonal grid for tactical combat and movement. While miniatures and maps are not necessary for this game, it does make it easier to visualize where they are in the world. Okay. That's fine. That's not what I'm looking for. There are 2 kinds of information: public information and private information. No, that's not what I'm looking for. This was stuff that I stole from Magical Back Rising. Rules of combat, how combat works. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for the example either. Rules for magic. No, what am I looking for? Okay, wait a second. Back up. I got sidetracked a little hard just now. Okay, so actually, I don't know why this is still here. That doesn't need to be here. Mission. Keykeeper factor. So, adventure background is everything. Okay, you know what we're gonna do? Covers. I'm just gonna start adding it covers everything that the player need to know, but is set up before the game has taken place. Before the game taken place, this is stuff. This is stuff specific. This is stuff that is specific to the before time in the, or the then time, in the game, as opposed to the before time in the game, which refers to time, the time before someone was a key keeper. Okay, so let's go down to here. Wait, what, did I not put it? Did I not put before then? Oh, maybe I put it here. Before. Refers to the time before someone was a key keeper. Then refers to the time before now. Time after someone has become a key keeper, but before the key keepers made their expedition beyond the door. It may then they get removed. The current time within the game. Jack, what did you just... Jack! Stop knocking things over! Ah! Did you break something? We're gonna have a problem. Gonna knock something over and break it, and then we're gonna have a problem. And by problem, I mean I'm going to be upset. Deeply upset. Okay, there we go. Anyway, now that I sorted that little bit of time out, prologue. The prologue. I think that, nope, that's not right. Prologue. Chapter 1. Chapter 2. Chapter 3. Chapter 4. Chapter 5. Right, is that all I did? I did 1, 2, 3, conclusion. Conclusion. Good, okay. You keep coming up here and nothing has changed since the last time you were up there. Good. Neutral. Actually, you know what I might do? For bad. Good, bad, very bad. We're gonna have 4 separate outcomes. I think we're going to do 4 chapters. And, because that's That's a reasonable. And beyond. I only have to come up with three sets of, like, not three sets of, but like, however I decide to write this. Actually, you know what we're gonna do? I hate that I'm doing this. The game. I was like, why is my phone vibrating? Because it's 9 o'clock. Which makes sense. I guess that's fair. Actually, Digimon, Tamers, Jerry. That it's gonna sort of get me where I want, but not what I'm looking for. Let's see. Let's see. I don't know. Episode guide? Aliases, also see list of episodes. Let's go to the bottom of this, I think. I'm planning on God help us. No, that's not what I'm looking for. I'm like looking at something on Wikipedia. Is this what I'm looking for? I think I want this. I might have to like. I'm gonna do the fun thing of going and watching episodes of Digimon. But I think this is the one I'm looking for. For a horse. What episode is this? 47. 47. Is this the end of this? I think so. I have to go back and watch Digimon of all things. God damn it. It's fine. Oh, I have a bunch of characters that I made. I guess I'll have to add that as a side task. Sorry, I pulled something. Okay. Let's see. Let's continue on my task. Let's see. Continuing writing this adventure. So I'm like scrolling, but holding the control button, so it was like making things bigger and smaller. Okay, ship. So let's see, how do I want to write this adventure? Let's see. How do I want to do this? Because I can't do the text box way that I was doing. Okay. Sorry, there was a... Each keykeeper have... Oh. Each keykeeper has mission guidelines. So the mission, the mission, that the keykeepers are undertaking is to travel to beyond to find the home world or home base of the once from before and then figure out how to stop them from continuously opening door. Oh, okay, I guess I spelled it right the first time. Opening doors to Earth and and wreaking havoc and wreaking havoc. Why is this hurting my shoulders? I don't know why that's hurting my shoulders. It's like something's making my shoulders itch, and I can't figure out what it is. But it's just like deeply uncomfortable. It's such a weird feeling. Okay, anyway, continuing on. The mission the keykeepers are undertaking is traveling beyond the door, finding the home world or home base for the once from before, and doing and then stopping them from continuously opening doors to Earth and wreaking havoc among the representatives for each of the factions is along for this journey to help manage the keykeepers under their purview with the minute details of running the ship. Even though the ship they are traveling aboard is a sentient Mecha. There is still upkeep that needs to be done by someone. The why are you telling me minute is spelled wrong? Minute? 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 Whatever. What do you think it's spelled? Oh, I put the E in the wrong place. That's fair. I'm pretty sure that's the right word I'm thinking of. Let's go Google it and make sure. No, minute. Okay. Yeah, what the heck? Minute, minute. Significant. Oh my god. Minute. Minute details. Oh, is it really spelled the same way? Oh, yeah, I guess it is. Go figure. Jack, if you knock something else over, we're gonna have a problem. I can see you, like, I can see the little wheels in your head turning as you're considering getting up to some shit. Like, it's so clear on your face. You're like, I'm considering being a menace. I see your tail wagging. Like, yes, I want to fuck some shit up. Okay. Anyway. And I don't appreciate that. Appendix B. Want from before. Jack? He's a little lad, but he's also a little menace. Both of these things can be true at the same time. In fact, both of these things are true at the same time. Hello, Dan. Welcome. I see you've come to be a Jack apologist. That's fine. I'm just thinking a little bit. Oh, you've been. Oh, so now you just decided to say something to like justify Jack's behavior. Like, I gave you more space. If you smack me, we're gonna have a problem. Okay. Anyway, let's keep going. There are 3 factions. I guess I should put the. I'm just gonna do a thing. I'm just gonna do a thing. Just cause I can. Cause I need to like hold a moment to think. Camo case, copy. New note, paste. He's just like, I have a little like snack table next to me. Cause my desk isn't big enough. Oh shit, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to do that here. Cause my desk isn't big enough. And he is just climbed up on it and he's sitting on it, which is fine. But like, it's not really meant for like his weight or anything. As like, it's not meant for these things. His tail is doing the I want to fuck shit up flickering. And I don't love that. Do I have a thing for... I just have some NPCs that I'm just gonna steal. Why is this happening? because I have some NPCs that apparently I made at some point or another. I'm not gonna copy all of them because I don't think all of them are staying. Just because I know myself. And then there's one for Rosemary. Okay, there we go. Why did I do that? Past me has made traces. And I don't know why. It's always funny when I... Mysterious... Oh, I didn't? Okay. Sometimes I past me made choices and then didn't give myself notes about those choices. So now I'm like looking at them going, what the fuck was I thinking when I did that? And it's like, I wish I had taken better notes, god damn it. Pull yourself together. But like, I can't because I didn't do it. Like I had all these thoughts. That's the one downside of having worked on this game for so long. Is what am I thinking? I did all these things and I had all these thoughts, and now I'm like, was it a good thought when I had it? But if it was a good thought, why didn't I write it down? And the answer is, I don't know. Door makers. Like I sort of knew what some of these things were, but like past me was like on some different shit. Okay, I think that's the end of this document, which is not a bad place. It's just not as helpful as I thought it would be. New folder, NPCs, NPC. Back up to Beyond the Door, back up to where I was at and what I'm supposed to be working on, which is still this adventure. Neo sees at a glance, that's the ships. I need to do this. Beyond the place beyond the doors. Okay, let me think about this. Place beyond the doors. This is between and the this is no, what's the word I'm thinking of? This is a space and indeterminate. Indeterminate space, cross-dimensional space that the doors lead to. This is there. It is not a tangible space, but it is an intangible space that is populated by tangible tangible oops. Oh no, what did I do? Okay, there we go. By tangible planets and beings such as the ones from before. Which is the ones from before. Each of the planets is unique, is a unique variation. Each planet space beyond the door is a unique variation of an ecosystem directly that has been an ecosystem that's been directly affected by beyond. It is unknown if there are any other human beings in the place beyond the door, but the keeper's Mecha companions prove that there are at least other sentient creatures beyond the door. Okay, continue writing. I did a bunch of things that I didn't put down. Okay, let's just make a side note. Create for Beyond the Door. Created the new Mecha companion. And notes for the following. Minerva, Victory, Nike. Created the new keeper character non-player character notes for the following. Let's see, who did I make a note for? Eleanor, Abigail, Griffin, Gemma, I feel like Io already existed, so I'm not gonna put that. Anyway, back in the universe of this game. Let's see. Named after the Greek goddess of victory. Named for the Greek goddess of victory. Duh, that's the kind of obvious, but you know, we're just gonna pretend. Okay, and let me go look at my own search history. Just because Victoria, named for the Roman religion, and personification of victory. Name. Ba 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 ba. Okay, I will get back to that, and then. Boo. Let's see. Oh, I'm missing a letter in this. No, I'm not. Actually, I'm gonna put the E in. Named for the Etruscan goddess of war, art, wisdom, and medicine. Etrusia? I never know what that word is. A deity of lightning. And associated with the weather phenomenons. Come on, I know my. Oh, it's missing a comma. Okay, we're fine. Anyway, it's like. Anyway, I'll get to that later. That's like a side. That's a side tangent of design. Actually, what was the thought I just had? Alchemy stars. I just need to find something. Characters, map. Da, 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 da. How do I want to do this? How do I want to play this? Is a I wish there was a slightly different. Okay, I'm gonna write this down. Slightly different from other mech companions, as they are not as slightly. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. I know how we're gonna do this. Ships. Slightly different from. Well, did I decide what I was gonna call them? 'Cause I keep calling them the mech companions, but I don't know if I ever named them. Um, which is interesting. Oof, that hurt a little bit. No, I guess I didn't. Hmm. What do they call? Do you want no? Well, don't get caught up in the minutia of the details for this particular. What do they call? Well, a mecha companion in the same vein as the ones that accompany Keykeeper. The three ships that are brought to transport the Keykeepers beyond the door are slightly different as they do not have their own to have an individual Keykeeper. Well, Mecha Companion is in the same vein as the ones I'm okay. My brain is just like do weird lore things. Sometimes I just feel like if I just wrote this, it would make so much more sense. The door. Let's go make a new note. 03. Keeper of the keys. Don't question what I'm doing right now. Lore note. Created new lore note. Lore note. What's happening? What is my Spotify playing? Oh, we're at the end of this playlist. That's what's happening. I was so confused from. I was like, how long is this? Okay, anyway, we're gonna keep going. The Keeper of the Keys, the, when the question is posed to the Mecha companions of Keykeepers, who created them, and what causes the doors to the beyond, the answer is the same. Answer is the same. They the mechas the doors were created by the Keeper of the Keys at a time long before that predate any kept recorded history. The mechas themselves were crafted with the intent to have the mecha. Actually, wait a second. Then predates any kept recorded history. All the mechas know is the doors came first, and the ones from beyond were always on the other side of the door. Okay, so now my playlist is over. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do, Spotify? Nothing. You're gonna play the same playlist again from the top. Okay, that's fair. I'm actually gonna put it on a smart shuffle. I might regret this. In fact, I know I'm gonna regret this, but I'm doing it anyway. But you know, we're gonna let it go. We're gonna let Spotify do a Spotify thing. Add to that, the mechas themselves were crafted with the intent to have them guard the doors once the keeper of the keys realized that the once from beyond had learned the same. Hello, Jack. Had learned to craft doors the same way they had. Had learned how to craft doors for their own traversal. The mechas themselves were created with the intent to have them guard the doors once the keeper of the keys realized that the ones from beyond had learned to craft doors for their own traversal, independent of the doors the keeper of the keys had created. This unprecedented I can spell unprecedented evolution of the once from beyond caused the keepers of it's supposed to be keepers. The keepers. Keepers of the. Oh, actually, I did that wrong. This is wrong. When the question is posed to the mech companions of Kiki, who created them and what causes doors to the beyond to spawn? The answer is the same. They, the mechas, and the door were created by the created as a joint effort by the door makers and created by the door makers at a time created by the door makers at a time long before that predates any kept recorded history. This history has also been lost because of this history has also been lost due to the fact that the door makers tried to destroy the knowledge of the process to make doors when they realized what was on the other side. However, by the time they had realized their folly, it was too late to stop the ones from before. Instead, the door makers turned to beings known as the keepers of the keys to put locks on the doors to the beyond, hoping to stop the one from before from spreading out into the multiverse. This was most folly, destroy mechas, folly. God, that hurt my wrist a lot. Like, you have a cat bed you can sit on. You don't need to, like, be, like, right next to me. Don't headbutt me all cute, like. A long time predates. Okay, wait. Let me keep reading. Doormakers turn to beings known as the key keepers to keep locks on the door for the beyond, hoping to stop the ones from before from spreading. But this was, however, too late, as the once from before. What do you call it when something not backwards compatible? Backwards backward engineered. Backward engineered the advancements of the doors to create their own. You're gonna loaf on my table. That's cool. However, in time for the follow, it was too late to stop. It says. Okay, I'm gonna move this sentence. However, how many realized it was too late to stop the door from before? On the other side. All mechas knows the doors came first. I can't even put this somewhere else. I guess I have to put that there. It's not a good place for that sentence, but it's gonna go there for right now. By the time the door makers realized their folly, was too late to stop the ones from before from spreading from expanding their reaches from their universe. From by the time the door makers realized their folly, it was too late to stop the ones from before from expanding their reach beyond their universe. Their reach to beyond their universe. And so the door makers turned to beings known as the key keepers to put locks on the door, so beyond hoping to stop the ones from before from spread. This sentence just exists twice. That's what's happening. That's what happened. I just wrote the sentence twice. Let me think about this. Which sentence? However, from the door makers turn to beings known as the keeper of the keys to put locks on the door, hoping to stop the ones from before from spreading into the moat. This, however, was too late, as the ones from before had backwards engineered the advancements of the doors to create their own. And the ones allowing the ones from here to expand their reach beyond their universe. There we go. I should like spread that sentence. I could just like spread that sentence out so I could see it. The mechas themselves were crafted with the intent of having them guard doors once the key keepers realized that the ones from beyond had learned to craft doors from their own traversal independent. Oh, wait, this sentence is dumb. Created with the intent of having to guard the doors once the key keepers realized had learned to craft their own doors. This unprecedented cause this unprecedented evolution of the Winter form has never been seen, has only ever been replicated with key keepers who also with their fobs have the, oh, I hear you're leaving me, have the ability to open and close, have the pop, ability to open, unlock, lock, and lock. Open and lock doors to the beyond. Okay, there we go. This is a sentence. I got sidetracked writing lore now, but I feel like writing the lore that I'm gonna doing this will help me have a better grasp on the world. And this is like relatively this is relevant to the game because this is sort of the setup. It's also good to have. Cause I don't think I ever fleshed this out, so fleshing it out now is the perfect time. Did I? Can I just throw this 3? Keep it. What's in 1? What's in 1? In the beginning. I guess I'll put both. I'll put all 3 of them in here. And in Serious Guide, there's a section about lore and world building. Just throw that there. And then in the TTRPG Rulebook Guide, there's a section about lore somewhere. Maybe there isn't a section about lore in here. Go figure. Oh no, there it is. That's fine. Okay. Ah, see, I had named them something else. Go figure. Minerva. Victoria. Nike, come on. Why did I say MV? That's a great question. M.V. Ships. What does that mean? Oh, merchant vessel. Motor vessel. Okay, that's fair. That makes sense. But we're going to delete that because that is no longer true. See, look at me, past me. Okay, anyway, back to where I was supposed to be, which is the adventure that is beyond the door. Serious Bible? Serious Bible has, okay, yes. Four. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Magic growth bound by rule sets, play player, trigger events. So let me think about this. When I do this, objectives. Yeah, I think going 3 and beyond. Actually, let's go 3 and beyond. Let's do that. That's a better plan. The great outcome. All magical girl. The ones from beyond are no longer able to traverse to Earth via doors. Via doors. Each agency, no, not agency, organization, each keykeeper organization, independent objectives, all keykeepers organizational independent objectives have been achieved. Have been achieved, and there's gonna be a third one. The good outcome is the ones from beyond can no longer traverse to Earth. Some of one of the keykeepers. Some of the keykeepers organizational objectives are achieved, but not all of them. The ones from before have not been stopped. The ones from beyond have not been stopped and can still traverse the traverse the door. Traverse the doors to get to Earth. Bad. And the keykeepers on the mission are in no condition to continue to attempt to stop them. So if enough of you die, bad things happen. The keykeepers on the mission are in no condition to continue to stop it and are forced to retreat. God, my shoulder also hurts. I did a barbell squat lifting class yesterday, and so my shoulder feels a little upset with me. It's how long have I been streaming? Almost 2 hours. I'm kind of sad because, like, the thing about it is, like, I don't want to stream for really long, especially because it's late. Even though I did start streaming late, it's fine. Maybe I'll finish this section and call it a night. Because my shoulders feel weird. I was complaining about it earlier. Like, this is, I can't figure out what it is. I'm gonna take a shower. Choices. Or should eat dinner, actually. That's what I should do. What can I have for dinner? And I'll come back at this with, so, actually, I want to go look at, not this. I don't think this is what I'm looking for. I think I want this. let's see. I'm yawning. Gross. Planet. How do I want to do this? Prologue is setting off. Gotta go back through my. Okay, that's fair. Prologue. Let's add a note here. Prologue is going to cover this section. Covers the first X few days of travel via into the beyond. Chapter 1 gives you first introduction to a planet. Planet within the beyond. Players go through the gameplay flow of. I'm like writing myself notes because if I don't write myself notes, I won't have them in like later on. Exploration. Oops. Exploration. Nope, I'm in the wrong tab. Exploration, investigation. Of exploration. Ah! Oh, okay. I hate when I do that. Exploration, investigation. Combat. Sleep play, socialization, and downtime. First interaction. Okay. Let's see. If I'm doing this in a 3-act structure, first set of one before. Second is actually in combat. Players experience. Players can experience the free play socialization, in downtime mechanics. I don't know why you think I'm spelling. Okay, because I'm missing an I. How did I have it in this other document? In the keys to the door. How do I have this? Independent. Okay. Oh, I need to go further up. The one thing I will say I don't love about Obsidian is I can't make colored tables. Okay. Adventure begins. No. How do I want to do this? First 2 days of travel. Introduction of the ship. Introduction of the ship. Mecha ship they are traveling on. Who the representatives from each, not agency, each organization, from who for each organization is and where they can be found. I wrote compatriot in this at one point or another, which is kind of funny. First few days of travel. So, engage players can engage in the players will engage in the socialization, the free play and socialization mechanics, which I guess I have to figure out. Love that for me. Free play and socialization mechanics. This is also downtown mechanics. Journals can be updated. Journals can be updated about player journals can be updated if they haven't already been. A report will be written by the embedded journalists from the Neo Cities Chronicles about the previous events. Keykeepers will interact with one another's characters around the ship's various locales. Little bit by the okay. I need a random planet name. This is the first introduction. This is come on. The first introduction, players will have to combat and how it functions. This is also the first time that players will probably be able to advance their or their special organizational goals, objectives. Gosh, what the hell? It's like I have a bite, but I don't know what would have bitten me. Oh. That actually goes like that. Or I could do... There we go. That's actually a better plan. Who needs a prologue? Oh, okay, I see what happened. Okay, locations. Where did I put the bit about the ships? Where's my... okay, so there is... go back to history. They have the bridge, BRI, TGE, power grid, power prism, resources station, workshop, doorways, chamber, cafe. Are you really gonna make me write cafe and yell at me because it does a little thing over the E? Missions, dispatch office, recreation center, recreation center, okay. Place where the... Okay, I need another word. I need a word. Synonym. Synonym for... No. Mammoth. No. Titan. Titan class. Oh! Thought process. Good thought. Make them in the same veins they are. Unlike, where is the thing about mech types? Where's the thing about mech types? Where's the thing about mech? You're never what I'm looking for. Go away. Where is the mech type? Where is the mech type? Okay, you know, we're just gonna type in type and see what comes up. No, where the fuck? Mech companion? No, where the heck is? I know it exists. I know where I can find it, or I know how to find it. Guidebook line, cards, nope. It's here. I'm looking for a spreadsheet. One's from character sheet. There we go. It's under. I know it's on the character sheet. Mac class. Okay. Okay, there we go. Titan. Mac the same thing. We could these streets are prime. Titan. They fall under the type Mech Companion, the same vein as the ones accompanying Keykeepers. These three ships are brought to transport the Keykeepers beyond the door. Are slightly different as they do not have individual Keykeepers. They are classified as their mech type. Their mecha class type is Titan. Unlike the companion mechas, which have the mecha types of light, medium, heavy, or assault. I forgot that I wrote this in this, but good thing I opened it up. They are Titan Okay, anyway, back to what I was doing. Place on the Titan class Mecha that allows the the inhabitants of the ship to communicate with the mecha most at easily. Because they are a living ship, anyone talk to them from anywhere in them, but it is much easier to operate them from the bridge. It also offers a beautiful, if eerie view of the beyond from its port window. Okay, I'm gonna quit. I'm gonna quit and come back with more thoughts tomorrow. Because I'm very much distracted by the fact that my shoulders hurt, and like holding them in this weird position to type is not going great for me. But anyway, thanks for coming through. I will say, even though I feel like I didn't get as much done, I did write a lot of stuff. And I have a better idea, and I also left myself notes this time, so when I come back to this tomorrow, I won't be so confused about what I need to be doing, which is nice. But I'll be back tomorrow to keep poking at this. Of course, it goes into ad break, but that's neither here nor there. Where's my... I'm like flicking my mouse around.